Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another 5 nights of dinner where I show you some dinner ideas that you can maybe throw into your rotation. The first one I'm going to be making is some ground beef tacos. I absolutely love tacos. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I make these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I just switch up the ingredients every time. So all I did on the stove there was cook up my 96.4 extra lean ground beef and season that up with some McCormick's taco seasoning, the less sodium one. And for my tortillas, I'm using La Banderita street taco taqueria style tortillas. These are corn tortillas and I absolutely love them. These are probably my new favorite ones. And all I did was I microwaved them in a damp paper towel for about 30 seconds and they're good to go. And that way they don't crack on you. Here's the packaging. I found these at Smith's, which is like our Kroger. And I'm having 5 of those tortillas for 4 Smart Points. I set my plate on my scale and then zeroed it out. That way I can weigh my meat out. So I'm going to be weighing out 4 ounces of this extra lean ground beef for a total of 2 Smart Points. I still have my plate over my scale. I zero that out again and now I'm going to be weighing out my cheese. I am going to be using a total of 28 grams of Trader Joe's Lite 3 cheese blend. I love this one. It melts really nicely and it's pretty low in points. 28 grams or a quarter of a cup is only 2 Smart Points. All I have to do now is add on my topping, so I'm going to be dicing up a half a tomato and placing that right on my tacos, as well as some shredded lettuce. I'm also going to be adding on some La Victoria green taco sauce for 0 points, some of Fage 0% plain non-fat Greek yogurt for 0 points. If you don't like that, by all means, go ahead and add sour cream. Just adjust the points for this. And then I'll be finishing these up with some cilantro. And that's it for these ground beef tacos, which came out to 8 Smart Points. And these would be 8 Smart Points on all 3 programs.
We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need right here. Make me sing along, sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me.
Dinner idea number 2 is going to be a copycat version of Taco Bell's Crunchwrap Supreme, which is one of my favorite things on the Taco Bell menu. I absolutely love these, and why not make your own, especially because Xtreme Wellness just came out, well, not just, but they came out with a larger tortilla, which is perfect for these, or a larger burrito rather than their normal size. This is the large wrap. It comes out to 2 Smart Points. I'm going to be using that leftover beef from the tacos and using it for the crunch wrap. So I have my meat placed over my scale, and I'm sorry my screen is so blurry. I don't know why it didn't focus, but I'm going to be weighing out a total of 2 ounces of extra lean ground beef for a total of 1 Smart Point, and I'm placing that right in the middle of the tortilla. Once I have my meat weighed out, I'm going to be adding on some of Tostitos Salsa con Queso. You can have 33 grams for 1 Smart Point, and I do prefer to weigh this out over measuring it by tablespoon because I feel like you get way more for your point value, and I'm just adding that right on top of the beef. I'm frying up a tortilla, kind of. I'm doing this like a point-friendly way. All I did was I sprayed my pan with some nonstick cooking spray, and then I added 1 Del Barrio corn tortilla, and I'm going to get this extra crispy just like you would if you were frying up a chip. So I'm going to be spraying both sides of that and letting it get nice and crispy. These tortillas are great. I get them at the Dollar Tree, and I always have them on hand. They are 1 Smart Point each no matter how many you have. Taco Bell doesn't typically add their Chipotle sauce into their Crunchwraps, but I already had this on hand and I thought this would be perfect. This is my favorite sauce by Taco Bell. It can be pretty point heavy, but if you weigh it out, you can definitely get your points worth. So I am weighing out 10 grams for 1 Smart Point. Then I'll be dicing up a half a tomato. Of course, if you don't like tomato, just don't add that. And then I'll be setting that to the side until my tortilla that I was cooking on the stove is nice and crispy, because I'm going to be adding that right on top of the cheese and Chipotle sauce. Here's the tortilla right off of the stove. It wouldn't be a crunch wrap without some crunch, so make sure your tortilla is nice and crispy. Right on top of that, I'm going to be adding some Fage plain non-fat Greek yogurt in place of sour cream. I'm adding about a tablespoon of that, which is 0 points on green. You can go ahead and add your diced tomatoes now, as well as some shredded lettuce. And then right on top of that, you're going to want one more smaller tortilla. I found these La Banderita Carb Counter Street taco size ones at Smith's. I'm going to be adding one of those. You can have one for 0 points, which is why I decided to use that. You do want to use a flour tortilla for this part, and that's just going to help seal the larger tortilla and help everything stay together. In the same pan that I used to fry up that corn tortilla, I'm also going to be cooking my Crunchwrap in here. So I sprayed the bottom of my pan with some nonstick cooking spray. I'm going to be placing the folded side down, that way it stays nice and together. And then I'm also going to be spraying the top with some more of that nonstick cooking spray. And you're just going to cook this until both sides are nice and crunchy. And that's it for this Crunchwrap. This came out to a total of 6 Smart Points on myWW green. Taco Bell's Crunchwrap Supreme rings in at 17 Smart Points. So by making it this way, I saved a total of 11 Smart Points, and I was definitely way more full making it this way at home, and it is a little bit more on the healthy side. Dinner idea number 3 is actually something from Taco Bell. These are their new loaded chicken flatbread tacos. They are 8 Smart Points each, and they are so freaking good. I absolutely love flatbread. So if you guys haven't tried these, I would definitely go there and give it a go, because they are only there for a limited time only. Dinner idea number 4 is going to be for a chicken Cobb salad. This was so good. I personally really love salads, whether it's for lunch or for dinner. This came out to a total of 11 Smart Points on my WW green, and I didn't have any chicken that I had made previously, so I am going to be using this frozen Foster Farms grilled chicken strips. You can have 3 ounces of this for 1 Smart Point, and it is fully cooked through, so I'm just going to pop these in my air fryer until they are all good to go and heated through. And then I'll list everything for the salad here on the screen, and also everything will be down below in the description box.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. Choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together. To go on together. Yeah. To go on together. To go on together. Dancing closely together and staying forever young. What about you and I then? Can we two find a way to align with each other? Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together. To go on together. Yeah. To go on together.
Dinner idea number 5 is going to be some chicken tenders with cheesy broccoli on the side. I absolutely love this meal. I used to make it almost weekly and I need to start doing that again. So to start this off, I am going to cook my broccoli first. It takes about 20 minutes in the oven depending on your oven. So I'm taking half of a large bag of broccoli florets. I am going to cut the larger pieces up just because Eric and I personally don't like the huge florets. So I just cut them up into smaller pieces. And then I'm going to spray these with a little bit of nonstick cooking spray. I'm going to season them with Kinder's Master Salt, which is like the best seasoning, and also a little bit of garlic powder. These are going to go in the oven for about 15-20 minutes at 400 degrees. Now to get started on the chicken tenders, I'm going to be weighing out 22 grams of this Great Value Extra Crispy Seasoned Coating Mix. 22 grams is only 2 smart points and it will coat all of your chicken. So here I just placed that on a plate, and then I'm going to be taking all of the chicken tenderloins out of this bag and adding it into that bowl. Whatever leftover I have, I just end up making for Eric and I don't weigh anything out for him. You can actually have 6 ounces of Kirkland's chicken tenderloins or chicken breast for only 1 smart point. So keep that in mind if you are on green. I get those both at Costco. That's their Costco brand. And then to my chicken, I'm going to be adding on just a splash of liquid egg whites instead of adding eggs and having to count points for that. Egg whites or water both work for this. I didn't feel like I wanted 6 ounces worth of chicken, so I'm going to be weighing out 4 ounces of that to my plate. I'll be air frying these at 375 degrees for about 7 to 8 minutes. It just depends on how big your chicken tenders are. But I highly suggest using a meat thermometer if you do have one. That way there's no guessing. I had already cooked Eric's ahead of time. That's why my air fryer is all dirty. And then I'm spraying them with a little bit of nonstick cooking spray. And I'm also going to add a little bit more of that Kinder's Master Salt to the tops of these. The broccoli is done and out of the oven, so I'm just going to plate that on my new Halloween plate. I walked into Home Goods and I saw that they were putting out all of their Halloween stuff, and I always get way too excited over that. So besides the point, I'm plating my broccoli. I am going to be adding 33 grams of Tostitos salsa con queso to the tops of that. If you're not a queso person, you could always just add regular shredded cheese. And then I'm going to be plating up my chicken tenders. I'll be adding 9 grams of Bolthouse Ranch to the tops of those for 0 points. So the chicken tenders ended up being 3 smart points and the cheesy broccoli was 1 smart point. That's going to wrap up this 5 dinner idea video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys got some new dinner ideas and or lunch ideas. You never know. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. Follow me on Instagram at Nikki Healthy Eats. And I'm thinking about doing breakfast versions of these, so let me know if you guys would like to see those. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!
It's my birthday, yeah, 'cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me, wrapped up nice and neat, baby.